radio test. 1, 2. Hello, trying to get my recording set right. Hello to you there, 800, 800. Fireball waving.
Hey, Fireball, you got a radio gate. 97, I passed that. Fireball, number 5, deep in the swamp. Hey, 276.
Yeah, hello to you there, number 5, deep in the swamp. Hey, hello to you there, number 5. Are you out there around the Bayou country? Old Fireball over here trying to test my video gates, man. Put another resistor in there for my talkback, and hopefully I get it set right. Hello to you there, number 5, deep in the swamps. Fireball, the center of attention, is waving.
Fireball, got a big old mall in my ground plan cabinet.
That old Fireball done come back in my radio.
Fireball.
That old Fireball done come all the way back up in my radio. Triple Eight with the wave, getting up, getting down.
Hey, hello, right back to you there, 888. Hey, hello. Hey, 888, old Fireball waving at you. Yeah, I'm coming back in everybody's radio. I was setting my talk back on the, because this radio doesn't have a talk back. I just do it with resistors there so I can get my recording set right. Hey, hello to you there, 888, out there around the hog yard. Fireball, the center of attention, waving one more time.
Hey, 410, 410. I appreciate it there, Fireball, man. I'm just letting you know you sounded all kind of good out here around the hog pen. I know you disappeared for a minute. I guess you was working on your talkback or whatever you was doing, some radio work. Hey, Fireball, sounding good around Arkansas? Your friend Triple Eight out here, listening to your radio show.
Well, you see, when I'm doing my video gates, sometimes my voice on my talkback or my radio side is not as loud as my recordings on the other side. And I had a little 100 ohm resistor in there, but it made the talkback through the speakers just not loud enough. So I changed it, and I put another 100 ohm resistor on there with it, and made it a little louder, but actually I think I might need it to go a little bit more louder. I don't know yet, but I'm going to test this one while I'm video gating you. Hey, Mr. Worldwide, 888, out there around the hog yard. Fireball, the center of attention with the wave.
I wish mine was a little louder. I can hear it blows my eardrums out. Hey, Fireball, while you doing anything around Arkansas, your Triple Eight's gonna sit back and copy that big old Fireball radio show.
Your audio test.
Yeah, there's a ton of people out there, though. I mean, we got the whole world out there today. I don't know what it is about being out on the radio today there, 888. But it just seems like the whole entire world came out to the national radio at 27 all 05, 27 megahertz. As it's on every channel, man. Hey, 888. Man, we got radio shows on every big and channel. 888. Fireball with his video gate rolling, trying to test it. Break.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Air condition just wide open. I went with the band just a few minutes ago just to see what was going on, and you're right. It's wide open. It's definitely wide open. There's some big radios in there. A lot of radios laying it down out there for doggone real. Hey, Fireball, you got a lot of Mother Nature, man. 888 out here around Arkansas waving.
Well, 888, you know, years ago, back in the day, like in the 90s and 2000s, man, actually 91, so the cycle before 2006, because it died off and then came back. But when I was a kid, about 15 years old, Man, this was the social media of the world, man. Everybody had a kind of bigger radio. And you couldn't talk across the street unless you had an amplifier there, 888. And it was skip on every channel, 30 dB every channel, every channel. Well, this cycle, I think we got that again. Hey, 888, I think we got that again there, 410.
Yes, it definitely seems like it. That's what's happening. I know what you're talking about. I remember that. I remember exactly what you're talking about. I remember doing it with a way less equipment, but still having all these different radios coming into your receiver every morning, every day, every evening. It was crazy out there on the farm. Turn on them old radios, and there it was, boom, skip everywhere from all over the place. California, it was just worldwide. California, man, it was nuts. It was nuts. Cobra 148 GTL steel whips and running little 200, little 2-pill amplifiers and just talking all over the world to everybody. And yeah, man, it was good stuff back in the day. That Amtron 99, working that Amtron 99 there in the home 20 with the old Washington, the old Delta, and the old 400 watt Palomar laid up on top of it there, Fireball. What do you think?
Right there.
Oh, my God. Now you're bringing back memories talking about this Delta Echo Plus. Remember that thing? The red button, and it go, dee-dee, dee-dee. I still got mine. I don't know where it went, but I know I still got it. My grandma, or my great-grandma, my mom's grandma, she bought me, she asked me what I wanted for my birthday one time. I was about, I don't know, 14 or 13. She said, what do you want for your birthday? I said, I want a Cobra 2000 from the Copper Electronics. She ordered that cotton picker brand new for $389.99. Break.
Damn, man, I'm jealous. I never had a brand new one. Hey, man, you were definitely blessed. That's a treat for real. $389, you said, I guess, man. God, that's crazy. Yeah, you buy a used one now for $500 off Fleabay, and everybody and their grandmothers doesn't have their screwdrivers in it, and you don't know what you're getting. So that's a rarity thing, man. I hope you still got it. Saying something right there, getting a brand new one. That must have been a treat.
Tim Roger on that. Oh, I still got it. I got it in 1992. Because I started talking in 1991. And I got it in 1992. And, oh, yeah, I still got it. It's in storage, though. As they really don't sound like these Cobra 1000s, man. They just don't have the audio that this one does. They just don't have it. But I set it aside. I still got it. It's got a carrier control, all that good stuff. You can go to all the channels and all that good stuff. Maybe next time I go back to my hometown to my storage unit, it's the only radio I left there because I knew I was never going to run it. I was like, yeah, no, my Cobra 1000's way better than the 2000. This just does better peak. It just does better RMS, has better audio. And now these are the older ones now. They were built a little different than the Cobra 2000 because the Cobra 1000, they were built in Hong Kong. And the Cobra 2000s, they were built in the Philippines with the Cobra 148s. That was after the 29 GTL. And that's the same era as the 29 LTD, but I don't have an LTD. Totally different board.
Day 410, yeah, I didn't know that about the 1000 and the 2000s. I'd never heard anybody talk about that. That's pretty cool. It's good to know the Hong Kong 1000s. I'll have to keep my eye open for that for sure. That sounds like the radio to definitely have on your shelf there, 410.
Yeah, if you got a Cobra 2000, you might as well have a Cobra 1000. You know, yeah, it's two of the base stations. I knew a guy who used to collect them. He had every base station. He had them all. He had every Cobra. The Cobra 89, which is I think the 89 it might be the LTD Classic. I think that is. I think the 89, the Cobra 89 is the LTD Classic, not the Cobra 29 GTL like this one. And yeah, if you got a Cobra 2000, you might as well have the Cobra 1000 and all the other ones, no doubt about it. I like this radio. I've done a lot to it, man. It's got the carrier control on it. Took the little tone knob off. It's got the little carrier control on the Delta Tune. It's got the new MOSFET mod on it. I just got that last week. That's why I was having so much trouble with getting the right drive and the right audio set right. But I finally figured that out. And this one's got the wideband audio, and it's got the VFO mod. When I talk to you, it goes, Choo! And this is one of the first radios that ever had one. 1-800 toll-free from San Diego built this before they even had the mods at the CB shops. I was the start of the VFO mod on the Cobras there, 410.
No,
Chicken crackling. You ain't started nothing. Chicken crackling. Started, not everybody pissed off on the radio. Yeah, you just made everybody mad and upset.
I had one of those GTLs back in the day, and I could just kick myself in the rear for getting rid of them. And they were, oh, I don't know, didn't they make like a 142 GTL? Had the red channel selector in it with a little round knob that you turn for your dimmer. I think that's the radio. I'm not sure. 142 seems like that's what it was. GTL. An old man sold it to me for like probably 20 bucks. Ended up getting rid of it, but God, man, I wish I'd have kept those radios. I even had a 148 GTL, the old one, the old radios. That had like the grill guard looking thing on over the speaker. It didn't have the holes. It had like fins, kind of like louvers on the back glass of an old car or something. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, man, the GTLs, that's where it was at for sure. You're right about that. Those things punched a lot of audio.
27.
That's all I own, man. I got about 5 148, or maybe 6 148 GTLs, about 10 29 GTLs, which is this radio's the same radio, almost exact same board. And I kept all my 148s. I kept everything, man. I never got rid of one thing. I did have a 142, which is a Cobra 138 XLT. That's what the 142 is. It's the 138 XLR, I think that is, the mobile radio, and that's the same thing as the 142. It's got sideband and everything. Yep. I had one of those. I gave it to my friend Disco Duck. I also had a, oh man, you want to go back in the day, man. Let's get us a Sears Road Talker. They talked good.
Hey, that 138 XLR, I had that radio. I know what you're talking about. That's the one I had. It wasn't a 142. It was a 138 XLR. That's the radio right there.
Yeah, the 138 XLR, I got one of those too. Good radios. They're crystal radios, like the President Grant. I think the President Grant, I think that's what that is. Oh, Adams, the Adams. Like the President Adams, that is a crystal radio, and that's what the 138 XLR is. It's a crystal radio. They receive it a little differently, and they work a little better. I got a bunch of 77Xs, which is the dial. They don't even have the digital dial. I mean, it's like the old cable turners, you know. And it's a 40-channel radio. It's a 77X, just an AM radio. It's kind of like having a Cobra 19. But, man, them 77Xs do some talking.
Hey, 410 77s. Yeah, that's a good radio, though. They are Galaxies. I like the old Galaxies, too, man. I used to like them. But the Cobras was always seemed like they were the louder, the better audio. The older ones, the GTLs always seemed like they were just the better radios.
I call them Cobras and Unidens. The CB airwaves, The only thing that keeps us hanging on. Hey, I will tell you one thing. I did have a Galaxy 88. Oh, man, I sure wish that thing didn't break. I had a Galaxy 88. That thing had the most audio any radio I ever had ever. It was the Galaxy 88, and it had all the green buttons and the green display. But the brain went out on it, and I tried to get my CB guy, Superior CB, when it used to be the radio shop. We tried to fix it, but it needed a whole entire Galaxy brain, so I tossed it. But, man, that was a bitchin' radio.
Oh, yeah, I miss the old Galaxy. I had the 99V when it first come out, man, back in the early 90s. I don't know what year the first one came out, but, God, that's been a long, long time ago, man. And that was the first mobile radio that I ever got that would do over, the 50 watts. I always had the 25 watt Cobras peaked and tuned, but when I got that Galaxy V, that 99V, man, I was like, wow. This thing's kicking up here to about 50 watts, which was just unheard of back in the day. But those are some good radios. I got rid of it, too. I wish I'd have kept it. Got rid of a lot of good radios, man. I regret it. I had a bunch of nice old ones out there, some old base stations and whatnot and stuff like that, and the old Royces and the old Turner Plus 2 mics that went with them, and just a bunch of old stuff too that I wish I'd have kept over the years. I let people borrow them and use them and to talk on them because I wanted them to have be able to talk on the radio and stuff and get out there and enjoy it, man. But you know how it is. You get some of that stuff back and sometimes you don't.
Yeah, 10 Roger on that. Yeah, it's always, well, that's what happened to some of my radios too. I gave somebody a radio, or they give me a guitar or something like that, and I'd help them out with their radios. And yeah, talk about my friend 220. He has a 99V. Really good radios, man. I have the 98 VHP, which is just after that era. Just after that era, they came out with the 98 VHP in it. It was like a 200 watt radio. And then my guy souped it all up and put the the bigger MOSFETs in it. Now it does about 400 watts. Good radio. I just don't use it as much as I do this one. But yeah, back in that era with the 99V, I'll tell you what else was cool. And my friend had one. The 93T. The Galaxy 93T had 2290s in the back of it when you bought the radio.
Oh, man, I never even heard of that radio. 93T. Yeah, you're going to make me look that up. I didn't even know. You said it had two 2290s in it, so that thing must have at least had 200 watts, huh?
Yeah, it might have been one 2290 because it might have been a 100 watter. I don't know if it was a 22290, but I know it was definitely a 2290 radio. Because it was in the back, and my buddy had it worked on, and it might have been one 2290. Yeah, it was the same era, and I had one of those too. The same era as the 2970. And the 2970, they had those too. Now the 2970 I think they had 2290s, all two of them. And then that's when Galaxy had the one. There might have been two 2290s, but I think the 93T has one, and the 2970 had it might have been a 22879 radio back in the day.
Roger, I got it pulled up now here. I'm looking at it on the phone here. Toshiba 2290 power transistor generated, but it's going to just say 20 watts. 50 watts per side, man. But yeah, that's a cool looking radio. It's got dual fans on the back of the heatsink. It's got a little red light right under the big meter. That must have been a pretty hot radio, man. Twin turbine 93T DX. Never even heard of the radio, man. That's the same board as a 2517 base in. It's what it's saying.
Wow. Okay, I didn't even know that. That the 2517 is the same one. Wow, that's something new. I've never been into 2517. My friend has one for like $150. But I was never into the Galaxy base stations. I never had a Galaxy base station. Only had the Galaxy mobile radios, like the ones I have now. And I do have a Magnum S9. I got one of those too. Great radio. I love the Magnum S9. I know the new owner of the Magnum now. And they're going to come out with the Magnum again in about a year and a half. It'll be a whole brand new radio. It's going to cut big and it's going to revolutionize the CB world here real soon.
Hey, Roger, on the Magnum S9, you know that it's funny you brought that radio up because that's one of the loudest radios I think I've ever heard in a mobile when they were talking out there in the big truck going down the road, the S9. That damn audio, I don't know, was that the one that had the top gun modulator in it? Because that damn thing was loud.
Yep, it had the Top Gun modulator in it. Mine, I don't have mine hooked up because I have the RX-75 in mine, so it does like 80 watts in the back of it. I got it modified by my guy. My guy actually built the Echo in those. He actually built the Echo. He designed the Echo board that goes in that radio. He had all the royalties, and Magnum was supposed to pay him, and he never did. That's why he owns it. Yep. Magnum, man, love that radio. The Magnum S6 and the Magnum S9, which was the sideband radio. And I bought that new, too, right from Copper Electronics. They were cheap then, man. Man, a used Magnum S9 is like $500. I got mine for $289.90.
Golly, I don't know how you got that. That's weird. Copper Electronics, man, you blew me away with that one. That's where I used to get all my stuff. Copper Electronics, I got that catalog in the mail. I ordered those Amtron 99s. That's the Delta Echo Max 2000. When it first came out, I remember I bought that thing when I bought my first house I bought over there on the highway. That's when I got that Echo Max 2000 out of copper. Hell, that's where I ordered my beam and everything back in the day. I never even put it up. What was that? It looked like the damn, the Moonraker, but it was the, oh hell, I can't think of the name of it. It was the 4-element, flat and vertical. Looked just like it. It was the Shooting Star, I think. Maybe is that what it was called? The Mako. I got the RGA coax, all that stuff in the box. Lightning come in there and took out my radio station, man. It blew up everything before I even got a chance to put all that antenna and stuff up. I ended up selling every bit of it.
Oh, man, you shouldn't have done that. You should have tried to fix it all. Yeah, I think it was a Shooting Star 4. Yeah, because they had the Laser 400 in Copper Electronics, too. That was the, it was made by, I forgot, Wilson. The Wilson Laser 400, something like that. It was a 6 vertical, 6 horizontal, 38 feet long. Our friend Wildcat had it, and we put it way out in the middle of nowhere in San Diego area. Man, that thing was the baddest antenna we ever used in the 90s. We were the shit and get. Break.
You got that right. Fireball, man.
Fireball, 57 around Kentucky, waving, biker.
And I guess I'm going to get off this key now. Kind of let them roll a little bit. I don't want to lock this thing down that long. I'm going to step my knees in the breeze and get wide to the side and let somebody else. Hey, Fireball. Triple Eight out here around Arkansas. I'm going to step wide to the side, man. Let the band roll on for a little bit. You got me digging around from old Copper Electronics book. Hey, Fireball. Triple Eight with the wave.
All right, Triple A. Yeah, I got another guy out there around Kentucky who wanted to wave. So, yeah, these conditions are moving. But, hey, they still make Copper Electronics gotten bigger. They're all online, but they really their shipping is outrageous. Like, you want to order a couple things here and there. Oh, man, the shipping's like $25. So I stopped ordering from Copper Electronics. But you can get a new book. I already had them mail me one. You know, I had them mail me one of their catalogs. Yep, they're still around, man. Copper Electronics. They're still around. They're still online. You know, but before they used to beat everybody's prices. Now they're not so much. But you can still get all kinds of stuff. You can get all the Mako beams on there, everything. Just go to copper.com or something like that. All right, 888, take care, man. I know, man. We've been talking for what, 30 minutes? 25 minutes? This will be a good test for my video gate here for my sound of my recording, see if my talkback worked on that end. You take care, take them easy. Another station out there around Kentucky, I'm going to wave a hand and say hello to you. Oh, Fireball, the center of attention, is waving.
All right, Fireball, I'm going to get off this old thing, man, and let this old glass cool down. This old glass from the past. Hey, Fireball, enjoy the QSO out there. We'll do it again, my friend.
You know, sometimes it needs a little servicing. Hey, Big Al, man, I like it. I like your setup, man.
All right, there, 888. Yeah, man, we'll man, I gotta post this thing. See if you see how good it sounds for you, man. Man, talking about radio, this is gonna be one of my best video gates I ever had. Talk about the old good stuff. Hey, 888 in the hog yard. Take care. Fireball's back off the key. I'm gone.
All right, my friend. Appreciate the video game, Fireball. We'll do it again. 888 around Arkansas. Waving my hand. I'm gone.